Hey guys, look at this. Right now, I'm just going to send a normal message from Telegram. Nothing special, just a simple command. Open Play Store, search for WhatsApp, install it, and open it. Now, just watch the main phone screen. I'm not going to touch the phone at all. It just opened Play Store by itself. And now it's going to install WhatsApp on its own. And yeah, this is happening live. This is not a screen recording trick. This is not remote control. This is OpenClaw doing everything. If you've heard about OpenClaw before, you probably know how powerful it is. But most people think it only works on PC. Well, not anymore. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to install OpenClaw on your Android phone and without root access. And wait, let me show you one more thing. I'm sending another command, open Gmail, compose an email, write a message, and send it. Now just watch this. It will open Gmail, compose a new email, write everything, and send it on its own. And yes, this is not an easy task. But still, it's doing everything automatically without me touching the phone. And yes, it's done. It sent the email and even closed the app on its own. I also received the email, as you can see right here. And it even sent a confirmation message saying the mail was successfully sent. So yeah, everything worked perfectly. Alright, let me show you how you can set up OpenClaw or ClawedBot on your own Android phone. So there are two ways to control your phone using OpenClaw. One is with root, and the other is without root. Root gives full control, but it's not for everyone. So we'll use the no root method, and for that we'll use Shizuku to get system level control. But before doing anything, let me show you that my device is rooted or not. As you can see, the device is not rooted, and it's running on Android 12. I chose this device on purpose. Because if this setup works on older Android versions, it will work on newer ones too. Now, go ahead and check the GitHub link in the description and open it. I've created a single script that does everything automatically for you. But before running the script, we need to set up a few things. First, install the Termux app and the Shizuku app. Always download Termux from F-Droid, because that's where you get the latest version. And download Shizuku from the Play Store. So let me install both of them quickly. Once Shizuku is installed, open it. On the top, you will see Shizuku is not running, so we need to start it first. I've already made a detailed video on how to run Shizuku. You can check that if you want. Now, to start the Shizuku service, first make sure your phone is connected to Wi-Fi. Once connected, go to Settings and enable Developer Options. Let me quickly enable that. Alright, inside Developer Options, scroll down and look for Wireless Debugging and enable it. Now go back to the Shizuku app. Here, tap on Pairing, then tap on Developer Options. It will take you back to the settings. Now go to Wireless Debugging again and tap on Pair Device with Pairing Code. As soon as you tap on it, you'll get a Shizuku notification. Just enter the 6-digit pairing code in that notification and send it. Once pairing is successful, go back to the Shizuku app and tap on the Start button. If you see any dialog or error, just repeat the same process once again, and Shizuku will start automatically. Next, tap on the option Use Shizuku in Terminal Apps, and then tap on Export Files. Now we need to create a folder named Shizuku. Make sure the first letter is capital. Once the folder is created, just tap on Use this folder. Shizuku will copy 2 files into this folder, and we'll use these later in the Termux app. Next, let me copy the script command and run it in the Termux app. Now before running the command, we need to give storage permission to Termux. Just run this command, termux-setup-storage. It will ask for permission, simply allow it. I've already given permission earlier, so it didn't ask me again. Now, paste the script command that you copied and run it. This script will automatically install everything for you, so just sit back and relax. During the process, it may ask for yes or no. Just type Y and continue. Also, if it asks for any permissions like Shizuku access or background running, make sure to allow them. This will take around 8 to 10 minutes, depending on your internet speed, so just wait until it finishes. During the OpenClaw installation, it might ask you to install some optional tools. Just select N, because we don't need them for this setup. And there we go. OpenClaw is now installed. Now it's asking to run the OpenClaw onboard command to configure everything. But before that, we need to grab some API keys. For the AI model, we're going to use free Gemini API keys. So just go to Google AI Studio and create a new API key. Let me quickly create mine. Now, since we are using Telegram for communication, we also need to create a Telegram bot. So open Telegram and search for Botfather. Open the Botfather chat, and you'll see a start button. Just tap on it. Now type or select create a new bot. It will ask you for a name. You can enter any name you like. This is just for display. After that, it will ask for a username. Make sure the username is unique and ends with letter bot. If the username is available, it will create your bot instantly. Once created, you'll get a bot API key. Just copy it and save it somewhere. So now we have both keys. Let's go back to Termux. Now run the command OpenClaw on board to start the setup and configure the OpenClaw. Just use these arrow keys to select options. In the model section, just use arrow down and choose Google. Here, select Gemini API key and paste your key which you copied from AI Studio. Let me quickly do that. Next, it will ask you to choose the Gemini model. I'll just go with Gemini 2.5 Lite and continue. After that, it will ask for the channel like Telegram, WhatsApp, and others. So select Telegram here and paste your bot API key. We are choosing Telegram because it allows us to send commands to our phone easily from anywhere. Now for the rest of the options, just keep everything as default and continue. And that's it. Onboarding is complete. We can now start OpenClaw server. Just run this command OpenClaw gateway -- verbose. This will start OpenClaw and connect everything. So your phone is ready to receive commands. And yes, OpenClaw is now started and running successfully. Now it's time to test it. Let's open the Telegram app and search for your bot username. Open the chat and click on the start button. It will send you an OpenClaw command. This is basically a pairing or approval command. This step is used to link your Telegram bot with your phone. Just copy this command and run it in the Termux app. In Termux, tap on this button and start a new session. Once the new session starts, just paste the command and run it. It will approve the pairing and link your Telegram bot with your phone. Next, go back to your main session and run the OpenClaw gateway again. And that's it. Your setup is fully complete and ready to use. Let's test it again. Let me open the bot in Telegram and ask, what can you do, just to see if it responds properly. And yes, it is responding, which means everything is connected correctly. Now let's actually interact with the phone and test a real command. I'll ask for my phone battery percentage and see what it says. And there you go, it shows 81. Now let me quickly check on the phone, and yes, as you can see here, the battery is also showing 81%. This means the AI is not just replying, it is actually reading data from the phone and giving real results. So yeah, that's how you can install OpenClaw on your Android phone, run it locally without root, and control your entire device using AI. This is one of the easiest ways to turn your phone into an AI-powered system with full control, and the best part is, it works on most Android devices. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video as well. Also, check the link in the description for the script and full setup guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Jarvis, signing off.